Hey, what's up, friend? You are you interested in lack of skill? Yeah. Or maybe some suck. I'm just a new guy for the love of game. Wait, don't go. I know it's bad. Times have changed, but not by mad. Don't you know that games are my thing? Yeah, I know it's getting real late. Come on, look at me. I even do storytelling. Also, podcasts on great game subjects. Okay, yeah, I'm not a Markiplier or a PewDiePie. But hey, that's what makes me so unique, right? Right? And hello everybody, my name is NikoTheLegend, also known as the one-manner teenager, Snowflake, Rambling Idiot, and Vigil. And today, for the first time, we're doing something different on the Niko show, hence the word we. Because I'm not alone anymore. I summon a goddess from the great lands of Greece, and her name's Karalyn. And we're gonna try this out, Karalyn. We're gonna see how it goes of just her and I just making simple conversation and pretty much just talking about whatever. So with that in mind, depending on how this goes, folks, will determine if we keep doing this. That's pretty much what I said before we started. So you guys can't see it, but Karalyn and I are pretty much in this. We're like in a box right now. We got a green screen like inches away from us. So if one of us sneezes, the whole roof could just come down.
No.
Would that be fun?
No.
No, it wouldn't. Okay, so I'm NikoTheLegend, of course, as I already mentioned, and then this is Karalyn. Karalyn, hi, welcome. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, NikoTheLegend.
What's the other nickname you give me?
Mr. Nick.
Mr. Nick.
Mr. Nick.
I'll still never forget when you said that to me in the gym. We work out in the gym together sometimes and all that and encounter one another. And one of the times she just called me Mr. Nick, and the world just stopped, Karalyn.
It was out of respect for your knowledge of training. What they call you, the master.
That's like sensei or something.
Yeah.
But I don't wear this hat.
Mr. Nick.
I don't wear the hat when I'm doing the sensei
No,
stuff.
this is a new thing for, I've not seen the hat.
Do you ever want to see it again after this?
I think you should wear it to the gym.
I actually have once, and my client just started laughing. Not like with me, like more like at me the entire time. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Are these supposed to be like pigtails?
I think so. It's supposed to be kind of like
a monster pigtail?
like a snow beanie in a way. Sometimes they got those. You know what? We can call them pigtails.
Okay.
You know, it's 2022. I have pigtails growing out of my head now. It's all good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Karalyn, let everyone know who you are, as in like, yeah. And then let them know, I guess, I guess they can always look at the interview from last year, but I guess just let them know what you do for a living, your main hobby, I guess.
Okay. So my name is Karalyn, and I live in Cocoa Beach. I work out at the same gym that Mr. Nick does.
Woo!
Cocoa Beach Health and Fitness.
Yes.
So, what's my...
I guess what you do for a living.
What I do for a living? Like, that actually pays my bills?
Let's do the one that doesn't.
That doesn't pay my bills.
Let's talk about the one that doesn't, that we did an interview on a long time ago.
So, I have a band. It's called Karalyn and the Dom Patrol, and I do solo acts too. And we play all around Brevard. Actually, we're gonna be in Daytona Beach today.
Tonight. October 8th, 2022.
Oh,
I'll try to
pretending it's July. But anyways. So we play every weekend, multiple times a weekend, and sometimes during the week. And I got me and 3 other guys in the band, and we do everything from rock, country to blues. We'll play like Janis Joplin, the Motley Crue. So
yeah, do you guys ever like draw like songs out of a hat or anything like that, or take suggestions?
Sometimes we take suggestions. Yeah, sometimes if it makes sense and we know how to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So Karalyn's the local legend of music and everything else. Her technique in the gym is also flawless. Good job, Karalyn.
Thank you.
There's gonna be a lot of
you and Deb.
there's gonna be a lot of brown nosing on this, so she comes back. So this is just buttering Karalyn up. Okay, so down below, folks, we'll have like a bunch of links where you can find me, of course, and then of course Karalyn. Karalyn's, we're okay to use the LinkedIn link down below because that's like the
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
So Karalyn's got a bunch of links. You know, she's got her own website, merchandising, and all that jazz. So that's why you see the picture to there.
Here.
See, it's kind of hard to do.
It's kind of I
that's what I
don't
was-
know which way to point.
That's what I was saying before we started. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna be over there, and then,
Disoriented.
Yeah.
This afternoon.
it's like solving a Rubik's
It's
cube. You know?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, it's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Daytona. So yeah, everything all related to Niko and Karalyn you'll find down below. And who knows, we might change the name of the Niko show. It could be the Niko and Karalyn show, or just the Karalyn show, and I'd be the groupie. Like you just like take over Karalyn, and all of a sudden I wake up and there's like people just putting the green screen like on an actual wall, and then people knocking walls down. And you're like, all of a sudden I got the studio, and then people are carrying me off my bed, just boop boop boop. You're gonna sleep out here.
I don't think so. If anything, it'll be called the Mr. Nick Show.
Yeah. It'll and like, well, would it be like Mr. is huge and then Nick is small and then Karalyn and like big fun? Your name's got to be somewhere, and Karalyn, I guess Mr. Nick and Karalyn.
Yeah, there you go.
Sounds like a married couple thing. Mr. No, Mr. Nick and Karalyn. Anyway. Anyway, just don't take over my home, okay? I appreciate it.
Don't tell everybody.
Don't take over my home with like whenever you do your studio expansion and you do the
That's
hostile
okay.
takeover. Okay.
I've got my own. Yeah.
She's got her own. Okay, awesome. So I told Karalyn before we started, we're like I said, we're pretty much just making simple conversation, just talking about whatever. Usually, if you're brand new to the Niko show, I do it audio and video, of course, so mainly video on YouTube. And this will be posted on Facebook and stuff, but audio is usually on Spotify and then Libsyn. I've never heard of that site until I got into podcasting, which it's like the first party website.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of them you can post. Spotify is actually the third party, believe it or not.
No kidding. Okay.
So it's kind of a pain in the ass to link your Spotify to your Libsyn account. Like you got to copy some certain specific code, and you got to pay. I don't have to pay Spotify monthly, but I got to pay Libsyn monthly for like space and all that to use their website.
Okay.
But anyway, like I said, those links will be down below. So usually on the Niko show as well, I'll talk about geek culture things, nerdy stuff, like this hat, for instance, is from geek stuff, like Pokemon or video games and comic books, whatever.
What do you mean? Yeah, geek. Geek is.
Well,
comic.
times have changed. Of course, times have changed. Your interpretation of geek is going to be different than mine, Karalyn. Mine's just
What are you
this
saying?
like nerd culture stuff. Oh, I mean, are you a geek? I don't know. I'll just scoot my stool back a little bit. But yeah, so I'll talk about something like video game related or whatever, but and then occasionally I'll branch out, like I'll do interviews with artists. That's pretty much all the interviews I've done have been with artists, and then I've done a couple collabs for episodes, just talking about whatever topic comes to mind, something that's relatable. So if we keep getting Karalyn on the show and everything, we're gonna have to come up with stuff that's not just that. It's gonna have to be something that you and I are gonna both have to, have some kind of relatability.
Just because I'm not a geek and you are?
No, it's
Just kidding.
oh man.
Just kidding.
Should
I'm just
I
kidding.
make a noose out of this now?
I'm just kidding.
Well, the fact is, I don't think you want to talk about video games the entire time. I don't think anybody else who's watching this wants to hear all about video games too.
Honestly, I am not good at video games.
Okay, well let's talk about that.
Yeah. I am not.
Since we're going down that
I
hole
do
right
not
now.
have that talent. I just,
Okay.
It's a whole hand-eye coordination thing.
Yeah. So, any Mario games on your belt?
Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, so that's always a classic. That's always the classic go-to. The first one, way like in the '80s, that Mario. You know which one I'm talking about.
Like
one with Duck
the
Hunt.
one from Nintendo. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
In 1990.
Yeah. Okay, good. So
Yeah.
you remember to play the classic Mario song and everything, and
Yes.
it's a good time.
It was a very primitive. Yeah. The Duck Hunt.
Yes, the duck. So, did you ever play that with like your brothers or anything like that?
Well, it was a Christmas gift
Oh, you were the
To-
Nintendo Christmas girl.
to me and my little sister and my brother, but my brother was like 1 year old, so
Oh, okay. So,
see, he played it later.
so your brother. So, is your brother more into the gaming scene than you are? If that makes sense.
I would say, I mean, he probably knows how to play the later stuff,
Okay.
but his kids, they have
You can't even list it right now.
these
That's how much
things
they
that
have.
it looks
Yeah.
like, okay, so I have Game Boy, so whatever
Oh,
today's
yeah.
Game Boy is,
Oh, they have it, huh?
they have it. And he, my nephew William, he's 7, he tries to get me to play, and I lose, and I think that's why he wants me to play, because
Because he can beat you at
he
it.
beats me all the time. Yeah, so that's how it goes.
Be
Yeah.
Auntie Karalyn.
Yeah, it makes him feel good.
Does he ever have you play Fortnite? I know you know what Fortnite. Everybody knows what Fortnite is. Carolyn, has you ever done the thing called the Fortnite dance? No, it's okay. It's probably better that you don't know what Fortnite is.
Okay.
If you know what knowing Mario will always be better than knowing what Fortnite is. Okay.
Okay.
So you always have that on your belt.
Okay. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah. You gotta take the victories where you can get them. Okay. So so you got a Nintendo for Christmas. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Do you still have it? Is it shoved somewhere in dark recesses of like an attic somewhere?
That's my mom. I really don't know. That's a good question.
Do you think she'll know what you're talking about? Do you still have my Nintendo?
Oh yeah, she'll totally know, because
It's gonna be like this whole like ritual thing where it's like, it's time.
gotta bring it out again.
Yeah.
And this time I'm gonna play with my little brother. We're gonna play Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you
Have
hold the
competition.
when you hold the controller and everything, it's gonna feel weird because it's gonna feel really nostalgic. And those controllers are like really like, well, they're like rectangles and they kind of hurt after a while.
Yeah.
And they got like 4 buttons. And then you look at today's Nintendo, it's got like 50 buttons on a controller, right?
Yeah, that's too much.
It's crazy.
It's too much.
Yeah, my mom was the same way. My mom just likes the original Nintendo because it has the least buttons. Once they started having like the X and Y axis where you can look around and move at the same time, that's when my mom's like, no, that's it.
Motion sickness.
just exactly. Look, I got Mario. I'm just going just straight
Yeah, you
and
just
back
like
and just
straight-
jumping.
yeah,
You know.
It's like
Yeah.
just like one dimensional on the screen. Yeah.
Did you ever play like any of like the arcade games like Pac-Man and stuff or Galaga?
I've played Pac-Man before. Yeah.
It's 2. It's slowly coming out.
No, I did play Atari too. My cousins had Atari.
Oh man, that's
the,
awesome.
The ships that are like, just like
Yeah.
the screen went down and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and you had the joystick. and
Yeah, the
everything.
joystick. Yeah, my cousins had that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, do you think they still have the Atari?
I don't think so. I doubt it. I'll have to ask them.
So,
Yeah.
see, this is why this is fun doing this, because we're going to be talking about things that we thought would never be deemed possible. I mean, now it's going to be like on the back of your mind. You're like, got to get that Nintendo out. Got to ask mom.
I do. I am very curious where it is now.
Those are ancient relics, Carolyn.
They might worth something now, right?
Yeah, you might still have the
Those
box and
games were
everything.
expensive for little kids.
They
like
still are.
$75 a
Oh gosh.
cartridge. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, I mean, we're like 10. You know, it's like.
You stick the cartridge in. Sometimes you gotta blow on it, which doesn't help. Blowing on it just makes it more rusty. But you do that because like dust and stuff would
The
get
dust would, yeah.
it.
yeah.
Blow on the console. Those were the times, Carolyn. Those were the
They
times.
were the times. Yeah.
I still hold on to those old consoles or consoles of old. You know.
Did you have one? How old
Yeah.
are you? Like
So
1?
well, I'm showing my age now. So I was born in '89, right?
Okay.
So I have 2 older brothers. They're like in their late 30s. So.
Okay.
When I lived in California for like 1 year, my brothers lived in California longer than I have, but Dad used to work for Boeing, lost his job. Then we moved to Missouri, of all places, to do more engineering stuff. Yeah, beats me. But they were the ones that got me into Nintendo. They had the Nintendo that came with like Mario Brothers and like Duck Hunt, right?
Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then that didn't work anymore. Like it just broke. I think we still have it and the box.
No kidding.
And then they got a second one, and that came with like Mario Brothers 3. Which, it's funny, that makes me think that maybe they just played the hell out of it to where it just didn't work anymore. Or maybe, I don't know, they just like dropped it or something. But
like, did they ever get to the end level of
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
Brothers?
Oh,
Like, was it level 8
Yeah.
4 or something?
Yes. See?
Yeah.
It's all coming back. Yeah. That one's like, yeah, because in 8, I think in the very last Bowser level, it's like a puzzle where you got to go the right path each time. If you don't, it starts over or whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so they're the ones that got me into it. So when I started to be able to remember things, I think it was like 3 or 4. I think it was right before I turned 4. We had an Atari, the original Nintendo, and then the one after that, which was like a Super Nintendo.
I never got the Super Nintendo.
Yeah. So, yeah, they pretty much got me into it. But I was a wee lad for a while. I didn't get my own Nintendo console until Nintendo 64 came out, which was the one after Super Nintendo. So that was like, okay, there's like this huge like silly like meme video where it's called the Nintendo 64 kid. And so pretty much it was kind of like you got the Nintendo during Christmas. So this kid got the N64 for Christmas, but he was like screaming like out of excitement, like like he was like without the puberty, just a little kid. So it's like
Squeaky,
just and I was kind of like that when I got the N64 for my birthday. I screamed like a little girl, but only because my brothers told me. Like right before my dad brought in the N64, my oldest brother was like, "Oh yeah, Dad got you an N64." I'm like, I was like right before the big surprise. So you should just scream like a little girl when you see it, and I did. But it was like,
You're acting.
Yeah, it was pretty
Did
cringy.
your dad know that already?
No.
Oh, we should find out.
No. No, he doesn't watch.
Okay.
I'll make sure he does it. No, but so that was like I was a Nintendo kid, but it was birthday. It was birthday time. I think it was like 6 or 7. But anyway, I still have it too.
Okay.
It was like tragic when my brothers traded in their Super Nintendo. I think it was actually to help me get the N64. But anyway.
Oh.
So pretty much since I was a kid to now, I still do it all, of course. I mean, but now I'm just like surrounded by we're surrounded by all this fucking tech now, Karalyn, that it's not just video games anymore. It's phones, it's computers, it's video games, it's I don't know, electric toothbrushes.
So many electronics.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I mean, you can hear the AC fan playing. That's only playing so Karalyn doesn't melt. Usually I have the AC fan off when it's just me, but after like an hour, I'm like, oh man, it's getting really hot. But not this time. So if you hear the background noise, which you probably do now since you're paying attention, that's technology. That AC. Okay, we're gonna talk about the AC fan real quick. That it's got Bluetooth, Karalyn. It's a smart AC fan. Did you know those existed? Because I didn't when I got that.
Really?
When I got my old one replaced after.
So the controller is hooked up to the AC unit by
Yeah,
Bluetooth.
it's got like an internet connection. It's kind of spooky, right?
Wow.
Like, you thought the government would always be listening through phones and computers. Now it's through AC.
Can you control it from your phone?
Yeah, if I have the app. So when I got it, I was just like, "Whoa, this is cool." Also, you can hook it up to like what is it called? Like those Amazon products, like Echo devices, where you say, "Hey, Amazon, play this" or something, right? You have like the dot and then the tall one. So they have that with Google. So Google, I have like a Google device. It's actually in my bathroom. It's like a tiny unit just to play music and stuff. But if you hook it up, like connect it from the phone to the AC unit to the Google device, you kind of triangulate, then you can tell it, be like, "Hey, Google, go to like 40 degrees below zero." I'm like, okay, Niko, and it'll do it. And I'd freeze to death, but it'll do it. But see, that's where we are with technology. I can tell a little device to make me freeze to death.
So did you ever see the carousel progress in Disney World?
Is that a show?
It's an actual ride, but I think it's gone now.
Yeah,
Been
yeah.
gone for a couple of years. And it started out like in the 1800s. And
What?
I mean, that's the
Holy
stage. So
Holy
like,
crap.
you sit in these chairs, and the chairs would move, and you'd go to a different
What?
room. So like,
Oh, okay.
so that one room started out in the 1800s, and they were sitting in their kitchen, and they had these mannequins, like, but they're like robot mannequins, and they'd be talking and
Wow.
saying what was going on during that time period. And then they moved to the early 1900s,
Okay.
and they'd be in the same kitchen, but it would look different. Yeah. Then they moved to like the 1930s, and then the 50s, and then the 60s, and then the 80s, and so to current time.
Okay.
And at the end, they ended up with, they're sitting around the kitchen, they're telling they're talking to the AC. They're talking to the oven. And
Oh, shit.
they go to this temperature and turn the lights on.
Holy crap.
So that's where we are now. But it went through.
It just went through. It was like a time capsule.
Yeah, kind of.
How old is this ride? I mean, before it
Oh.
closed.
I don't know. I've been watching it since. I've been going on that ride since I was a kid in the 80s. So they finally
Man.
they finally closed it, I think, a couple years ago, because they reached what their future said was going to be.
They reached the hoverboard period. Back to the Future too. They're like,
like-
no, we gotta stop.
We got to stop, yeah.
Oh,
But it was
man.
interesting. Then they started doing all this, yeah.
You see, that's why I always with sci-fi in general. I always, and some people think this. I don't know exactly who. I can't remember, but if it's already been established, like in rides, in TV shows, like let's go with Star Trek, right? You know, like going outer space, meeting different aliens, blah blah blah, right? Teleportation devices. Then it's like this weird feeling like it's feasible to do that in real life, right? Because it's like somebody thought of it. So let's try to formulate the actual, let's do the scientific method. Let's form a hypothesis. Let's see if we got the devices or technology to do it. So that's kind of like what you were just saying, kind of like, okay, and then going back to what you were saying with the reaching to where we're talking to AC units and TVs and all that. That wasn't a thing in the 80s, at least to the public. Now it is. And then it's like, okay, the ride's been shut down. So who would have thought? Maybe that ride is the one that inspired somebody, maybe like an architect behind the ride, or Disney hired somebody to be like, hey, can you actually make this a thing? Like, you never know, right? It's got to come from somewhere. And then it becomes reality. And, I mean, look, we're going outer space all the time now, which is great. Just like in the TV shows, I'm trying to remember. I think the original Star Trek was, well, I'm just going with an easy example. Of course, there was like Twilight Zone that had space travel stuff going on, like, crazy episodes in Twilight Zone, and then so on and so forth. The very first movie was A Rocket to the Moon. You ever seen that movie? It's like 30 seconds long or something.
No.
Black and white. It's the very first movie ever made. Like, I guess.
When was that made? In the 20s or something?
Yeah, in the 20s, 30s.
Wow.
Black and white, silent film, of course. There's no audio.
Wow.
And that's when they were just really short. But yeah, it's called Rocket to the Moon. All these people get into this rocket, and they shoot off to the moon, and the moon has a face, and then it shows like, of course it's a guy with a moon face, with makeup or whatever, stage craft. And then he's like, yeah, I got a rocket on my face. And it does some like subtitles on like the people talking. I think it just ends. Anybody, you should check it out. It's a pretty historical video, right? It's only like 30 seconds.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny how we kind of evolved back to that
Yes.
on the reels and the shorts
Yeah.
online.
Oh yeah, it's like YouTube Shorts and stuff, or
Yeah.
TikTok and all that.
Anybody just wants to watch a little clip
Yeah.
now,
A little blip.
just like
Yep.
in the 20s.
It's like reverse engineering, except you're making millions of dollars off of it, and you become like a huge like influencer or something. That's funny that you mentioned that. That's pretty great. So, so imagine people like before that having the same conversation you and I are having, like intellectuals or something, or just making simple conversation. Like, let's just say, I'm trying to think. Maybe there was like, something they saw in plays back in the day, like something to do with automobiles or something, right? Cars, like maybe in the 1800s. Who knows, right? Some crazy devices that someone was messing with, and then like years later, you get someone like you and I, like, oh, remember that? That was like crazy, and now it's real, Now that right's closed down, So I feel like that happens every time.
They have video games in that ride too. Carousel of Progress.
Oh, I should have been there. Is this Disney World? See, Disney World is too big for its own good. I swear, it's like there's like 20 parks with 20 parking spots. It costs like $20,000 to get in. Not really, but
Close.
and then you have only a day to explore it all. So you got to like buy like a year pass and just try out each park.
Which is also like $20,000. Yep.
You just can't win, Karalyn. No wonder the ride shut down, because there's too many Disney. This is too big of a Disney World. Man.
Get a passport.
They probably have where you could get a passport at Disney World. All right, who are you? Okay, come on in. Show me your passport. You're good.
Now a citizen.
Yeah. Did you know they're making a Nintendo Land?
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, they have it in Japan, and eventually, it's its own separate. I think it might be a part of Universal, or it's its own separate entity, like park. But eventually, it's going to come to America in California, of course. Freaking California. Should be coming to Florida. It'd be great. But anyway, yeah, it exists. So everything you remember from Nintendo days, think of that as like a theme park. It's pretty wild, right? Woo!
Wow.
So instead of like seeing like Snow White in a costume, you'd be seeing like Mario or Princess Peach in a costume walking around getting photos.
How about the ducks from Duck Hunt?
They'd probably be in there. I'm sure they would probably have like the historical like characters from like the 80s and stuff, like Mario, like Super Mario or Donkey Kong. I don't know if you ever played Donkey Kong on arcade.
I've not.
Where Mario's like climbing up ladders and Donkey Kong's throwing barrels. He's a big old monkey guy. But he takes the princess away. A different kind of princess. Anyway, so yeah, they would probably have a lot of cool historical stuff, and then like, I don't know if you ever played Zelda.
Not really.
Guy with a sword. Okay.
I know that game was gold.
Yes. Okay. See, pretty.
That was the expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have the very first Zelda in the gold cartridge, and you know what? They kept with that tradition for a long time, until they stopped doing cartridges, and when they started going like CD, all the Zelda games like. So pretty much the only way to get a gold one is if you're like one of the first customers, pretty much, to buy it, like consumers, and then eventually just it's like a regular cartridge after so many copies. It's kind of like a promotional thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's there's a Nintendo park out there in Japan. Of course, Japan would have it, and then it'll be in California. So if I ever go to California, I definitely want to go there. I haven't been to I don't know if you ever heard of like California Adventure Park. No, that was the thing that I could have went to when I lived there for when I moved back there after living in Missouri for 8 years. And I lived in exactly. That's the type of expression I get. Like, you lived in Missouri for 8 years? Why? Dad lost his job, and then he got his job back. So there was California Adventure Park. You all right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I never been to California Park. I don't even know what's really in it. All I know is the logo is like a wolf. Does anybody know? Anybody else? I know there's people from the gym that used to live in California too. You know who you are. That probably know what California Adventure Park. Anyway, but yeah, there's Legoland. Never been to Legoland either, and there's definitely a Legoland in Florida though. I know that. I've never been to. Oh gosh, it's in Tampa. What is it called? Busch Gardens. I've never been to Busch Gardens.
I've been to Busch Gardens.
This is too far away, Karalyn. It's like 2 to 3 hours. Unless we make like a National Lampoon movie. Remember, I don't know if you've seen them with Chevy Chase in it.
Which one did I see? The European Vacation one.
Okay. I think it was the first. It's either the first one or the second one where they're trying to go to a theme park, and they like travel across the country, and they get to it and it's closed. There's like a whole like scene about that. Anyway, it's funny. I think it's just called Vacation. Listen, the best National Lampoons with Chevy Chase in it is Christmas Vacation. That's GOAT all the way. Have you seen that one? Oh, well, once Christmas time rolls around, you gotta see that one. That one's really good. It's so funny. Okay, so how do we ever? Oh, we got the theme parks because we were talking about the Disney, like the carousel ride. So going all the way back to like talking about tech and stuff. But see, it all connects, Karalyn. You know, like all these parks opening up and stuff, and that's obviously thanks to technology and like I mean, a lot of that tech there is old. And oh my gosh, what's an old ride that actually like almost broke my back that they need to like fix? It was the Simpsons ride at Universal Studios, and it's one of those rides that you get in, and it's like a simulation ride. You get into like the car or whatever. Everybody's seated in this one like car unit, and then you just watch a thing on the screen, and then like the car moves with what's being projected. Okay, so it's kind of like a virtual experience. But there's like one part where it like jerks you when it like shoots real straight up and you like jerk back. I thought my back broke. Like it hurt because the seats aren't comfortable because they're like from the 80s and 90s, which they need to redo big time. Anyway, but you see, it's too much money to tear that all down, but they have the money. And you know what's disappointing? I don't know if when anybody's last seen The Simpsons, but I was waiting in the line there with friends of mine because I have like a year pass and everything, so I've been going quite often this year. They'll play like the best of Simpsons there, like on TVs when you're in the line. And, you know, at any theme park, the line's pretty long. Well, I'm like laughing the entire time because like they're the stuff I used to see growing up, like the old, like really old Simpsons cartoons, like in the 90s. And I'm just laughing, and I'm like older now, and I get the humor, and I was like, oh man, it's so gold. And then guess what I do? I'm like, is anybody else laughing? I look around, I do like, you know, a 360 pan around, like I'm a freaking robot or sentry. There's like a couple grins, the rest is just like cricket, you know, and then just like tumbleweed. I'm like, really? I'm the only one that's laughing at this? I'm the only one that gets it? I'm only 33. Everyone else should be laughing. My point is, it was just sad. It's a sad day. That type of humor is just, I think it's just gone. Or everybody's just feeling miserable in line. It's really fucking hot out there because it was like in the summer.
That might be it.
And you're waiting for like an hour. Hey, you got kids like pulling parents' hairs and everything. I'm like, why aren't you laughing?
Oh, they're like, just not in the mood.
Just not. No. God. I went to Universal like 4 times in like the springtime and summertime. Like, you know. I was like thinking, Karalyn, it's so hot. I got to go when it's in the wintertime because the Harry Potter land is great in the winter because it's like they do like fake snow stuff there.
Oh, they do?
Where they make it feel like, oh, it's all Christmassy and stuff. Yeah, they make it a big deal over there. Have you been there?
I have. Well, I don't know.
What did you think?
I don't think I actually saw that, actually, no.
No? The Harry Potter stuff? Okay, well, if you see a lot of people in black robes, that's how you know you're in it. So, any black robe, people in black robe? Okay.
No.
Well, when's the last time you've been to Universal? Has it been a wee bit?
Probably like 10 years.
I actually, I think it's started out on my phone. I was going to say when they first constructed the Harry Potter. I think it was back in 2012.
Okay.
So maybe right after.
I think they were like constructing it. It wasn't ready when I.
Okay. Yeah, because they didn't have, of course, starting out, they didn't have as big as it is now. It was just like one little area. Okay. So if you ever go there. Okay. I want you to try, I recommend trying the butterbeer, which is like butterscotch type drink. I don't know if you like butterscotch.
Okay.
But you can get it warm, like tea form, which is really good.
Okay.
Even on a hot day, which I did. I'm the crazy guy that's like, what do you want? You want anything like cold refreshments? Hot tea? Just like it calms the nerves, right? So you can get it that, or you can just get it like cold with like some nice foam on top. It's so good, Carolyn. Or option 3, you can get drunk off of it and actually get alcohol in it.
Does this also cost $20,000?
No, but it might cost close to it. No, I'm just kidding. You get in a nice like mug though, like cool like beer mug. You feel kind of cool about it.
Keep it.
I think you can. Yes, I think you can. I think it's souvenir because it even has like the license or the image on it. It's worth it though. I haven't had the beer for the alcoholic beverage because when it's a hot fucking day, I don't want alcohol.
Right.
But it's great, and they got some other Harry Potter stuff there that are nice drinks. But butterbeer.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if you brew your own stuff at home, but you could also make it at home if you wanted to. People do that all the time. Yeah, Harry Potter Land's it's a fun place. So
You should do an episode on how to make butterbeer.
you have to be there though, because we got Karalyn roped in now. She's the co-star. you just be like posting up or something. Be like the bounce, or you can do that. Be like, if he doesn't make it right, he's gonna die after this.
Comment on it, yeah.
Yeah. So here we go, folks. How to not make butterbeer, starring Niko, Mr. Niko, and Miss Karalyn. And I'm just gonna watch him make a fool of himself, and you just like back up.
I think that's entertaining for everybody. Yeah.
Exactly. And we all know that I like to
wear
make.
the hat while you're doing it.
Are you saying this is my jester hat, my dunce hat? All right, good. See, at least now we're being honest with each other. See, this is what we can do on the show. We can be honest with each other. So there might be like some tears, some like popping blood vessels from anger,
From real moments, yeah.
real moments. Some like shoulders to lean on, or we might just fall asleep because we're bored. Like I'll be talking, you're like, because this is gonna be like our home away from home. Like I said, we're like in this box. Okay, and we got the lovely Karalyn here.
It says dead on it.
Yeah, see, but watch when I take this off. Watch this. Ready? You are dead.
You are dead.
Whoa, that was real time. That was real time. Don't mean to yell in the mic.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, right? Yeah, you want to see it again? Whoa. It's cool. Yeah. Well,
Is that from a video game?
Yeah. She knows. This is where I start crying. She knew it. It was from a video game. Watch, tomorrow you're gonna like be like addicted to Nintendo. You're gonna buy the new one because you can bring with you now the Nintendo. You can like put it like play it like how you would old school wise, but take it with you like a tablet and play it. I'm gonna see you.
They don't have like a Nintendo app by now.
They do, but it's meant for like rewards program and chatting. There are Mario games you can play. You can play Mario Jump or Mario Run or something.
Let me see this.
All right, see, we're doing this in real time. See, this is why this is great.
I mean, then I can practice when I go play with my nephews. Then he won't want to play with me anymore.
I think
See.
it's like one of those things where you have to like not die, not get hit by any objects. It's like see how far you can go.
Okay.
Let's
What
see.
is it called?
I think it's just called Mario Run or something. Do they still have it? I think you can download Mario Kart too.
Mario Kart.
Just try Mario Run.
Mario Bros. Classic.
Oh, maybe you can download the old school
Let
one.
me see.
Let's see this. All right, moment of truth. We're seeing what? Oh, wait.
Super Mario Run.
Okay, that's the one I was talking about.
I thought they had Mario Kart.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic. What? Where's the
Where's,
classic?
yeah, I was waiting. Okay,
That's the only thing I know, man.
I guess you're gonna have to do the Super Mario Run. It's free.
Okay.
So all you gotta do is just run and jump.
Okay.
So she's gonna be downloading the Super Mario Run app.
All right.
Karalyn, would you ever thought in 1,000 years that you'd be doing this right now?
Nope.
Just like being boxed in, closed in from a green screen, in front of a mic, downloading Mario.
If I remember my Apple ID.
I know the Apple ID.
Okay.
See, that's the thing, it's technology. Going back to technology, we have to know like how many passwords these days.
I know.
And people are like, don't make the same password for every one. Well,
Oh
I kind of have to when you make me
For
work
a
with
millions
of apps, and I know it's my choice to pick millions of apps.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Using the totally wrong one. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
so you got it. All right.
Okay. Install.
Oh, speaking of Mario, there's a Mario animated film coming out next year too. So you're gonna be all spruced up. You're gonna
God
hang out with your
help us.
nephew. You're gonna see the movie with him. He probably doesn't even know that there's a Nintendo park that's in Japan that's gonna be made in California.
He probably doesn't know that.
Probably doesn't know. You're probably gonna make his day.
I'm sure.
You're gonna go inside. You're like, wham! See my high score? Boom! Beat that.
But probably will never happen.
What? You don't think he's gonna play?
Oh, yeah, like me beat my high score?
Or him beating your high score or
yeah,
something?
yeah, that'd probably be more like it.
All right, is it working?
It's downloading.
Oh. Well, I'm just being a little impatient fancy pants.
Doesn't look like it's happening too quick either.
Oh, are you saying you slow, Karalyn? It's got to be at total speed?
I guess so. And my iPhone's not too old. It's a 12.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't have a 14.
I don't even know what the heck they're at. Oh, 14.
They got 14.
I have a Galaxy smartphone. Believe it or not, they brought back the Razr flip. They brought back flip phones.
Why?
For nostalgia's sake, I guess. So if anybody wants those flip phones to come back, they have been. I can't remember if it's T-Mobile that does it.
Really?
Yeah. Next they'll bring back the BlackBerry and then the Sidekick. Remember the Sidekick? You flip out the keyboard.
Just like they're going back to short movies now.
Gosh, they're just cashing in.
Yeah.
Just cashing in on nostalgia. You just can't
You're
win.
gonna be wearing bell bottoms soon.
Oh no, I'll wear Jinkos, Jinko jeans, and it's from like the '90s. You remember those?
No.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Jinkos?
Yeah, you don't want to remember Jinkos.
What is
I think it might be a guy brand thing. It's
Okay.
just like big baggy old jean clothing, like pants
Okay.
or shorts. Oh gosh, you'll never see me wear jean shorts though. It's just not a me thing.
Jean shorts?
Now this, you can see me wear. That's different. Yeah,
Yeah.
jorts.
Jorts. Oh.
You ever wear jeggings? Do you have a pair of jeggings?
Jeggings? What is that? Like jean leggings?
Yeah, that you can extra. It's sort of like fake jeans, but you can they have the
They're
look.
stretchy?
Yeah, they're like elastic. They're you can run in them and stuff.
Like mom jeans?
Maybe.
Or are they tight?
No, they're tight. They're tight. I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Okay.
Well, shit. Now you got me thinking. Well, they're. I don't know. They stretch, but I don't know if they're what's the thing that everybody wears? All the black pants. You wear it sometimes in the gym.
Oh, the yoga pants.
Yoga pants. I think it's almost like that, but just jeans. Jean stretchy
Yoga pant
pants.
jeans.
It's something like that, but it's called jeggings and stuff.
So where do you get these jeggings?
I probably just. I mean, it's been around for a while, so maybe just any clothing store like JCPenney or something. Please don't tell me you're gonna buy some.
I mean, not to go there.
Oh, not the guy there. I don't know. I'm sure maybe it's at Walmart or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, I
You're just
have not
learning all
seen
kinds of
those.
new things
Yeah.
today, Karalyn.
Yeah,
We got.
this is pop culture training.
Yeah, this is our demo run. We're working out all the kinks. Getting all the cobwebs off. All right. So
Here it is.
all right, Carolyn's gonna. She's gonna try Super Mario Run.
Super Mario Run.
This is, I just what I tell you before we started. Besides a billion other things, this is the episode where history in the making.
Oh God. Okay. Create your Game Center profile. What is this red Tomcat 7792? Am I supposed to
That's like your screen name. Remember AOL Instant Messaging? It's kind of like your username, so you can
Why
change
does
it.
it pick that?
It's just random. You can watch. Boom. Now you can change it.
I just want funny Raven. Like what?
Are you a funny raven? Maybe you can be a funny raven for Halloween.
My name. Okay. How about that?
What do you have on your pointer finger?
What?
What's wrong? No, the other one. What's that? What's that?
Oh.
Is that makeup?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh, mysteries. This is funny. All right, you can disclose your name if you'd like.
I just put Karalyn.
Hopefully it accepts it. I wonder if it's like,
It doesn't.
oh,
It
because
says
someone.
this nickname isn't available. That's my name.
Yeah, but someone's already used it. You're going to.
Nobody's used this. Why would anybody use that?
Because this is in like the database of like the entire planet using this app.
They stole my name.
Just put like
I got it trademarked.
put like Carolyn Dawn Patrol.
Okay, I put KDP.
KDP. It's gonna be a new drug one of these days.
Somebody stole that one too.
Well, how about KD Patrol?
It make me think too much on a Saturday.
Oh shoot! Did it work? All right, KD Patrol. Yeah, third time's a charm. All right, what's the
Choose
next?
who can see your activity.
You can put only you or everyone or think of it like Facebook.
Everyone.
Everyone can see her.
How awful I am. Oh look, there's my profile.
Everyone. Wow, it's just a nice white light.
Yeah, they probably can't see the.
No, that's okay. It's a thought that counts. All right, tap to begin. All right, she's gonna try it out. This is all real time, ladies and gentlemen. I ain't cutting this out.
Welcome to the world of Super Mario. Is this your first time playing? Yes. Linking a Nintendo account lets you restore your user data.
Okay,
There's
just
none of that, man.
yeah, just later.
Later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just agree to sell your soul to Nintendo Run. Yep. I like how you hesitated. Enter nickname here. I thought we already did that. Oh, I guess. Okay, just try KD Patrol again. I thought we already did that.
It's very redundant.
Hey in there,
people.
Carolyn. See, this is technology now.
This is painful.
This is how technology is now. It's got to have like 50 layers to it instead of you just plug and play. You can't do that anymore.
Oh, wait, I just changed my icon.
Do you want to change your icon? Or
Do I want to be a blue blank face? A purple one?
It's got your hair on the blue one.
Like, what? What is this? I don't know if you can see it.
No, they can't. But whoever's used Super Mario Run, I think you might know what she's talking about. Why don't you be the blue one? It's got your hair.
What is this?
Why are you purple? It's awesome.
Maybe I'm purple.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
To purchase, I have to purchase something?
What? You shouldn't have to purchase
If you
anything.
purchase Super Mario Run within 24 hours of starting the game, you'll
Just hit
get
the X.
Luigi. Oh,
There.
okay.
Let's just play.
I don't want to get
F that.
like Luigi.
Okay, what's it say? Dear Mario, why don't you join us at the castle for a party? I'll bake a cake. Yours truly, Peach. Would you ever write a letter to me like that?
No.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
Unless it's
Why don't
making
you join
butterbeer.
us? I'll bake a cake. Okay.
All right, you're going. All right, here we go. All right, she's playing. First level,
Is this supposed to be noise?
I think. But don't
Oh, no.
keep the noise on for copyright sake. Nintendo's pretty iffy on that.
I'll be taking that cake and Peach too. Okay.
Wow, he wants his cake and Peach too.
Wow.
That's a man that knows what he wants. Okay, so in this game, Mario runs automatically.
Okay.
Okay.
Skip.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. He'll also automatically vault over small obstacles. Okay. Okay. I just want to know where the part where you have to like not die. Okay. Mario will automatically vault over small enemies. Okay, so
What do
How
you
do-
have to do?
what do you have to do? Where's the part where you could possibly die? That's the main thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, if you make a mistake, you'll pop into a bubble and get to try again. Okay.
No, this is like the best game ever.
You don't have to do any of the work. All right, tap the screen. Yay, she did it. Tap it, Carolyn. Okay, thank you. Okay. Try jumping by touching the screen. Oh, here we go. Tap. Tap.
Ooh, jumped into the hole.
All right. Now, who's been out there who's jumped into a hole before? He's still trying to get out. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Okay, now here you go. Carolyn's
Be
tapping.
there. Ooh.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, you got to keep tapping it.
Yeah, now tap to get coins.
Oh.
And then hitting blocks and stuff. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The longer you touch the screen, the higher you'll jump. Okay, so I guess you just keep your thumb on the screen when you jump. When you hit. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right, so Super Mario Run. That is, we don't get endorsed. No cease and desist, please, Nintendo. Wow, you recovered?
Yeah. You like bounce off. Oops! Now I died.
All right, Karalyn. So that's your Super Mario Run experience. What do you think?
It could be addictive.
Oh no! We gotta back into the game world. Next time she'll be wearing this hat, or should we wear? I have a Mario hat. Next time she'll be wearing that.
Oh wow.
All right. So while Karalyn is indulging in her Mario fantasies, so Karalyn, what'd you think so far of like this demo run we're doing? This is pretty much a demo run.
Oh, it's fun.
It's comfy, you know. You all right?
Yeah. You have to play video games and stuff.
See, it's fun. It's fun being on the show. And yeah, so the Super Mario Run. And whoever's watching this, let me know what you think. If you like this casual conversation of us just talking about whatever. If you want us to talk about topics, like specific topics, we can do that. Like cloning. Remember we talked about having a clone, or what we do with a clone. That's a fun one. Mm-hmm. That could be that could be for next time, because this is, like I said, working out the kinks and everything. But yeah, if you like it, you share it, let everybody know and stuff, and then hopefully anybody who knows Karalyn had a good time seeing Karalyn. Karalyn, if we could just have only your head in a. No, I'm just kidding.
Just like you could put it in a.
Just start sagging down.
Yeah, it was just head. Yeah.
Could we get like a green screen on Karalyn and everything but her head?
Yeah, just my head floating.
If we just take that down, whoosh, and just wrap it around me. Anyway, you wear like a toga.
A green one.
A green screen toga. If we if we did like a Halloween episode, I would so have you do that. It'd be like this part of you and then everything above. That'd be funny. Anyway, so yeah, this is a step in a different direction for the Niko show. I made an episode before this, kind of like leading up to this. Didn't do so well on YouTube, but it kind of explains like what's going to be happening, like changes to the show. So it wasn't like, if anybody who listened to it on Spotify or watched the video, it wasn't like this big surprise. But you might be a brand new person or viewer or whatever. I appreciate you being here. And then, of course, I always appreciate Karalyn being here, because we're going to try to make this happen. She's going to be the Niko and the co-star and everything. So it'll be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, I guess this was like the icebreaker one, right? Be careful of that green screen. It's going to like collapse like a redwood tree. See, it's just like, see, you can see it moving a little bit.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah, and you're in front of it. This is in front of a green screen with the word "dead" above you.
Yeah. So what's that from the video game? So
it's from a zombie game, and then like the campfire thing, whatever. That's from a different game. So I just decided to throw that together.
Okay.
So with all that said, I had a blast with Karalyn. So thanks again for being here.
Good times.
Now, do you have any like your opinion? It's okay if you let everyone know your opinion on the show, the episode. Did everything go to your liking?
It was very fun.
Please say yes.
It was very fun and an honor to be conversing as co-host with Mr. Nick here.
What? That's music to my ears. Miss Karalyn. That's got a ring to it too. Or you can be called whatever you like, Karalyn. If you come up with like an amazing, like crazy name that you want to be like your alias for this show, by all means, you can have a different alias, like different every episode. That way you'd be like a J.K. Rowling, where she like, the author for Harry Potter, she like changes her name like every so often, to where nobody can like track her down. But she hasn't changed her name in a while though, so I guess she got tired of it.
She just like keeping the same.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, whatever. It's too much money. Like going to Disneyland.
Keeping changing your name all the time. Yeah. It's
a
lot of trouble there.
Yeah. Not many people do change their name, but when they do, it's always like a head scratcher of like what they change it to.
Yeah.
There's okay, real quick, there's a football player. His name was Chad Johnson. He was a receiver, catches the ball. He changed his last name to Ocho Cinco. That was the 85, the number of his jersey.
that's what he changed his name to, like, officially.
Yeah. Still to this day, I think.
Wow.
So that could be you, Karalyn. You could be an equivalent Ocho Cinco. Okay, so this has been the Niko Show. I don't even remember what episode number we're on, but we hope to do this again, of course. Like we both said, we had a great time, and I hope you guys had a great time. Like I said, if there's any suggestions you'd like to have or make, let us know down below, because this will be posted on like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and you'll hear the audio version on Libsyn and Spotify. If you don't have Spotify, I recommend getting it. I think you don't. I think it's kind of like it's free with advertisements, kind of like what's that other music app called? Oh, Pandora. So it's kind of like, I think it's like Pandora. But if you don't want ads, you just pay the premium. But anyway, I'm on there. All the links will be down below, including Karalyn's LinkedIn, which will have everything. And then yeah, so you'll see us when you see us. It could be like a year from now. It could be 20 years from now. We could be doing this in Nintendo World in Florida when that gets opened up, or whenever. You might see us the next day or something, whenever it works out for both of us. But anyway, any closing thoughts, Karalyn, you want to add?
Nothing much.
Good.
Have a great weekend.
Just make it easier for me.
Yeah. Have a good Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
I don't have any real words of wisdom.
I think. All
Just
right.
like, mind your own business.
Leave her Nintendo life out of this.
Don't be a busybody.
That's funny. Well, I was gonna say, all right, here comes the brown nosing. I just say anything you say, Karalyn, is full of wisdom.
See, that's the way it should be.
Well, it's not like that for everyone, unfortunately. Not for me, but for you, Karalyn, everything that comes out of your mouth is full of wisdom.
I'm glad you see that.
Is my Pinocchio nose growing? Boop. No. All right. Good.
Are you lying?
You'll never know. It's getting really hot under this hat. So anyway, folks, hope you did enjoy. That's the Niko Show with Karalyn, something, and yeah, hope you had fun. Bye-bye.